Imagine being a kid and going onto YouTube for the first time. Content everywhere you look, all being pushed towards you and recommended just for you to watch. It feels as if the world is your oyster. So, what do? Well, as a child, the first thing you might want to do is look up some of your favorite interests and things you enjoy. For example, in incognito mode, we are going to look up the character Elsa from the Disney movie Frozen. Naturally, the first few things that appear are going to be clips of the movie and character. However, if I keep scrolling down, I immediately see AI, weird thumbnails, concepts that don't make sense, and more. Sometimes even funny due to the absurdness of them. This is where the term Elsagate comes into play. Composed of one of the most popular victims of this content, the character Elsa, and the gate suffix for controversies. In summary, some videos may seem innocent with its characters, but underneath is a disaster of inappropriate concept that no child's eyes should ever have to see. This weirdness to the videos is actually just fetishes in disguise. The only thing that makes it seem innocent is the labels and characters behind it. Today, technology is much more advanced and accessible than ever, allowing more content to be spread throughout the media for anyone's eyes to see, including children. Remember, anyone on YouTube can upload any video they want, anytime, unless moderation catches them. And that's how these channels that post Elsagate slip under the radar. Bright imagery, recognizable characters, and the content being specifically marked for kids makes it seem innocent enough for YouTube's moderation to not notice these darker themes underneath, especially with the new use of AI in the system, which, to my knowledge, cannot detect easily what content is actually okay for children versus just pure fetish material. However, not all is meant for sexualization or for fetishes. Some Elsagate content is more violent and graphic, but is a little harder to tell that it is. This is because AI has been used to put certain characters, most notably the minions, over real tragedies in violent videos in order to push it to children and for it to just look like random slop who can't tell what the hell is going on. Thankfully, this trend of videos has died down. If you want to learn more on this topic, there are tons of videos breaking this trend down and explaining what it is. I recommend searching up Miniongate if you want to find more. You might have seen those AI cat videos being spread across the platform. Once again, it can be fetish material, very commonly pregnant cats, or just pure violence and gore on the screen. Now at this age, this kind of stuff comes off as absurd or just plain stupid and weird, but think of the children who are generally watching these. Children's mental health has been absolutely destroyed by this type of content. At such a young age, the brain processing all of this info damages the way the child will think now and in the future. This could lead to things like depression, anxiety, change in behavior, provoke fear in the child, and so much more. When children who saw this kind of content grow up, they can carry this sort of behavior with them. Along with this, they start to have certain kinks and desires that are often unwanted, knowing that some sort of trauma caused this. And it all links back to Elsagate. So, what do we do about it? These videos spread fast to child audiences and are rapidly uploading in order to push out more content and to make more money off of the decaying mind of these children. YouTube has tried their best to strengthen their policies and moderation in order to limit this type of content to protect children, but due to the implication of AI within the moderation, it isn't as reliable and will most likely label this type of content as safe for children. However, their moderation team isn't just AI, with real adults being able to take down this type of content. The best thing we can do is report these channels, try to take them down in any way possible. If you are a parent and have a child that watches YouTube, I advise you to not allow them on it anymore. Debatably, YouTube and YouTube Kids are not the safest places to be on the internet. If your child is going to be on YouTube, I recommend monitoring the child's account and being in the same room as them as they watch YouTube. There are plenty of good videos on the platform for children to watch. You just don't want them finding the darker side of YouTube with traumatizing content. I encourage you to spread this video and message to others that you know, especially those with children, in order to protect their minds. This video was heavily inspired by Raymundo2112, who made several excellent videos on this topic. I recommend checking out his videos if you can. Thank you for watching, and stay safe.